just, you know, gonna be here for a little bit until people get the notification that I'm actually live. Let's see if we can get some people in the room tonight, slash afternoon, slash morning, depending on where you are. How are you guys doing? I just wanted to check in for the collective, and also just, you know, to perhaps do some personal readings. I really feel drawn towards doing a one-on-one readings lately, and I hope, you know, I can get as many as I can done this next coming, let's say, months. You know, I've said I had this calling, and I just felt that I really needed to do more one-on-one connections. Basically, it's probably because of Taurus. You know, it's my 11th house, so deepening of bonds. Anyway, let's tune in. Let's see if I can get the chat going here. Everything is working. Hi guys, Loving It is here. Hi, and Fiona with love. I love that name. Both with love. You guys are just coming in with the love frequency. I love it. Oh, Kylie is here as well. Hi Kylie, how are you doing? How are you all doing? Holding up during this week? It's been quite an intense energy, to be honest, to work with, but at the same time also very profound. I've had some major, like, yeah, I guess I could call it breakthroughs, you know, like reaching up some next level energies. Just a new way of channeling is emerging for me, so I'm excited about that. I'm just double checking my decks. I don't like the energy to be off. All right, I'm just waiting for people to come in to join us, and then I'm gonna do a pick a card reading. And of course my list is open, so if you want to get on my list now, then you can find the information in the description box on how to you know, get on there, and then I will do the reading for you tonight. All right. All right, let's just tune in. I'm just gonna start shuffling for the big card reading. I'm wondering, because it's like, I keep thinking it's Tuesday today. Is it Tuesday? No, it's Wednesday. No, girl, it's Wednesday. I have no idea. I have had that last week, all week. I was like, wait a minute, it's not Monday? It's not Monday. Well, damn. It's a little bit in between worlds right now, I guess. But it's all good. All right. Here we go. I'm going to put it down a little bit. You guys can see the cards a little bit better. I'm working with, one second. Keepers of the Light, that was it. I'm sorry, I got so confused for 1 second. Keepers of the Light Oracle is this, and then I am going to put an Angel Answer card. Oh, thank you, Kendra. Thank you so much. I'm gonna make my list in a little bit. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to read for you tonight. All right. So there's some message that wants to come through, and yes, definitely for the people who are here right now, but also for the people who might watch this afterwards after I upload it. Um, it's about consciousness of the shadow, of your own shadow right now. I'm just gonna lay it out on the table if it's not resonating with you right now, but it may start to make sense in a in some time. So I'm just gonna lay it out there to become more conscious. Like we all have a light side and we have a shadow side, right? And we sort of have to work with both and like integrate lessons from both angles and sides and try to bring them close together so they can be as one, like the yin and the yang, because even though we often put so much resistance and especially in the spiritual world, basically it's like a lot of resistance toward the shadow side, even though it has also a lot to share and a lot of lessons to share basically. So I feel at this time, and I think it's connected to Pluto, basically that's an energy that I'm feeling, is that our shadow side kind of has to need some space to express itself, right? And we don't have to like sort of overly analyze it or feel like we instantly have to like change everything because that's what's being expressed. But I think that sometimes to repress it and suppress the shadow side too much, or you know yeah, like put it away, it kind of builds up more and more and it just sort of comes out. So if you're feeling a little bit agitated these coming weeks, just try and have an open conversation with your own shadow side basically, and just allow her or him to express itself and just be open and honest. Like I said, once again, we don't have to take this information and run with it and change our entire lives, but it's important to be conscious about what is going on in that side of your subconscious. Are there certain things that, yeah, maybe, it has a point. It comes from a place of protection more than a place of maybe destruction. Self-destructiveness is a side of it, but it also has a form of protection at the same time, just as much as the light has. So it's not either or, like it's not either bad or good. That's what I'm feeling. It's the same thing with ego. A lot of times like, oh, you got such a big ego. Do we all fit in this room with all these egos? But it also has a beautiful form of the I am, in it. Only sometimes if you only come from the I am, um, the side of the ego from that, it can sort of leave out the soul part and the lessons and the purpose coming from it. So the fulfillment of what you're doing from that form, from that place, can sometimes feel a lot of lack of fulfillment, and feel like, what am I doing it for? Or something like that, feeling lost in that journey. But I'm not going to go too deeply into it. I just wanted to lay on the table that just to be open to have an conversation, or just listen. Like maybe something pops up and it's like, okay, I'm going to write that down. I'll write that down, because I feel if you allow both sides of you to sort of express itself and feeling heard and feeling seen and not feeling like shoved out of the door because we're only spiritual here and we're only thinking positively, it's like it has to be sort of a healthy balance at this time, and only the feeling towards the shadow side, um, of like, okay, I'm listening. What do you want to say? What do you have to express? What do you want to get out? Allow it to just get it out. I think it will be very, very insightful. All right, and then we can work with it. So that's just something I was channeling, and I felt very strongly, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to put it in live. I know not a lot of people are here right now at this time, because I'm going live in times when a lot of people are working and at school and everything. That's totally fine with me, because I do see that people watch it afterwards. So I'm laying it out on the table. All right, I see that Leslie is here as well. Hi, Leslie. I'm sorry, I was just a little bit on a ramble before you came in. But I'm glad you are here. Thank you for tuning in. All right, I've put three or six cards divided in three groups. Try and tune in. You might have a question, or you're just open for advice on any situation, or just in general, some advice wants to come through and find you right now. Just tune in. And if you don't feel energetically connected to one of the groups, it's also okay. It's just go with the flow. And you can also end up with 2. Like, that's also totally fine. You know, there's no set rules here. We're no Saturn channel, okay? We don't do that over here. We can just be, okay? The only thing that's Saturn here is that I like it to things to be equal. So it's not like, you know, like for example, when it comes to the payment for the personal readings, when I'm doing the live and someone is paying an amount, and I cannot do the free readings because it has to be equal. Maybe that's a little bit Saturn, but that's just the energy. All right. Anyways, oh, you're going for the middle one. Hi, Crystal. Hey, how are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all you guys' presence here. Live or not live, it's okay. All right, let's begin. Let's just tune in. I'm going to take a sip of water. All right, let's tune in. For the first one, there she is again. They have been showing up constantly. Sacred Vision, together with Get More Information. I'm now going to put it back up because alright, that's better. Otherwise I cannot show the cards. Here we go. We have Get More Information and Sacred Vision. So tune in. There's more insights, more divine knowledge, more clarity for you to find, and it will find you. But you have to open your energy up to it. All right, let's see what the message is. To say, choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. All right, so once again, I do feel that a little bit connected to like the shadow side, where it's just talking about because even if it's perceived as the lower energies and frequencies and subconsciousness, there is light in all. So I saw that yin yang sign very clearly, you know, the little white dot, you know, inside the black side, and then in the white side we also have a little dot of black. So it's like that equal balance. So I feel, see the light in all, remember that love has no boundaries. And it's very important because a lot of times, like, you know, you gotta forgive. You don't forgive them for them, you forgive them for yourself. But it's also, it's like you don't deserve to hold on to that weight. You know, it's like you deserve healing. You deserve to feel whole. You deserve to feel that level of oneness, that level of connectedness, that level of healing. Like that, you know, putting things back together, because that energy can really hold you back from feeling that. And a lot of times, yes, it takes time. Of course, you don't just, you know, wake up. It's like, you know what? I'm ready to forgive. Bring on the healing. You know, it takes time. It's time to get there. It takes time before it starts to feel a little bit less heavy, but also wanting to really move forward. So there is an energy like get more information. Some of you it is healing, but also get more information. What's bothering you? What is the way? What is it containing of? And just go from there. Just take your time with that. I need to do something really quickly. And this one as well. Okay, let's move on to the second one. We have, ooh, I love that. Ancestor Spirit, the white eagle. That's beautiful. And that came together with no need to worry. Wow, that's a strong message. You have no need to worry. There's no need to worry. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Wow, this is definitely very connected. Some of you might actually have chosen 2 decks. No need to worry, Leslie. You got this, okay? It's gonna be fine. Alright, so basically, connect to your lineage. It's like tuning in to who are your mother and father, right? And who are their parents and who are their parents and who are their brothers and sisters, and like sort of go back. And I feel for all of us, we have qualities of all. We wear it, but it's not only like, oh yes, I like ice cream like my grandmother did. I don't know, that's just a thing, you know. It's a thing in our family. Or I just like it my own way, like I've always been independent or whatever, you know, because my grandmother also was always independent, like something like that. Yes, but it can also contain a frequency of unhealed, of trauma, of karmatic cycles, of things repeating itself. And I do really feel that we are a generation of breaking through those patterns. And it's not the easiest thing, but we're building a bridge from one generation into the next, especially for, you know, my Pluto Scorpio generation, my fellow Pluto Scorpio generation. You know where I'm talking about. You know, and we have a specific placement in this world, but it's not an easy one. You know, it's not an easy one to be of that generation, basically, and the one after it as well. So I feel if you connect to it, a family wound or pattern can be healed now. Like there's no need to worry. You will be able to bring on that healing, to bring on that connectiveness. And sometimes it's by accepting that you cannot control how set something was, how set in stone someone is. You can only accept the fact that you can only do what you feel guided to do, and that is break the pattern within you. It stops here. And you respect, for example, the long line of, you know, generations and culture and all of the things, but there's just certain things that are just so true to you that you are like, I'm not in alignment with that. No matter what you tell me on a soul's level, I just can't. I feel guided. It's up until here and no further with this thing or this way. And that's just what it's going to be. You know, with all due respect, that's what I'm meant to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I accept you guys and the way that you choose to live and all of the things, and I definitely will take some of that advice and knowledge and wisdom and all of that, and I'm grateful for that. But there are certain aspects that I am meant to break and change and do different. And regardless if you have the patience or the level of understanding, I don't think you do, because you're not meant to understand why I'm doing it. It's just giving me the space to be who I'm supposed to be, to do what I'm supposed to do. That's the only thing that, you know, we can want from each other. And so we can heal that pattern of wanting to set in stone the Saturn way. You have to do it like this because grandmother did it like this, and her son and her daughter did it like that, and we have to go on like that. Like, no. Yes, and yes to this, but no to that. That's just not that's not the time anymore. I'm sorry. With all due respect, but no. Thank you, no. You know. So that's what I'm channeling for the deck number 2. It's just something I'm feeling. Yes, Leslie, yes. Also, one sec. Also, yes. Hi, Tandy. Hi, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let's move on to the third group, because I'm in ramble mode today. Like I don't want to come off like I'm preaching though. Like it's just channeling. Here we go. We have prayers and contemplation. Connect with heaven and ask and you shall receive. Beautiful, because look what came with it. Meditation brings answers. I mean, honestly, these cards are completely different decks, and yet they found each other. You gotta trust and have faith in that. They say prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Meditation will bring answers. It's in you. The answers lay within you. It's time now to allow yourself to take that rest, to take that retreat, and to tune in. Because a lot of times our outside world is so demanding. We have to be at work, or we have to get the kids, or we have to cook, clean, take a shower, all the things we have to do, because yes, that just, you know, is demanding of you, or it's just supposed to, you know, because that comes with having a human experience, basically. But it's very important that there's also this whole inside world. And if both of them are, when it's not in balance, you can sense it. Your physical body will start the signs. Your level, your energy level will start showing you the signs. Like, hey, there's a leak here. Like we need to be able to take energy in order to send it out. And I feel that when we've been connected to like the 3D world very intensely, constantly right there in the moment, trying to fix, trying to go from one place to another, trying to get it done. It's good, you know, we all go through these phases, but it's very important at one point you also have that rest period, just like nature has, you know. It's about to bloom and thrive again soon, but right now it's in rest. It's just there. It's just recuperating. It's getting ready. It's prepping season. And prepping for us is a lot of times also tuning in what's within so we can send it out without, you know, as above so below. So right now is a time for you to get the insights, definitely, because like I said before, like Venus is moving direct in a couple days. Mercury is coming direct in like a week and a half, maybe max. And then yes, we have a little bit of shadow period, but that period is beautiful for meditation and contemplation, just getting the things and the answers again, and work with that and from that space. All right. That was a bigger card reading. Thank you so much for watching. When it comes to that, I'm now going over into the personal readings. Stay if you want to, or you can get a reading. The information will be in the description box. And otherwise, just hang out, just relax. Just tune in. I'm really working on getting some no copyright music that I don't find annoying during my readings. I'm not saying like, you know, it's not no good copyright free music out there, but it's a certain frequency that I need to be on in order to read while it's playing in the background. So for the people who are just here are not, you know, when I'm doing the both things that I'm doing at all times, like the administration part of it, sometimes I'm silent for like a minute and then, you know, you guys have some tunes to listen to, I guess. I'm working on it. All right, I'm gonna tune into PayPal right now. And I cannot believe myself. Like, I've been forgetting things all day, but I need to make a list. Don't worry, I always have something in here to write in. So you guys will go into my book. This will be a special one. All right. I'm sorry, my allergies have been very bad today. Okay, let me see if I can find the right space for it. Right now will be perfect time to go over to PayPal if you want to, because I'm prepping. This will be a great moment for some music. This is always happening while I'm live. Let me see. Okay, I need a pen. We got that. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just getting everything set up. 26th of August will be a big date. I just feel it. I just feel it. It's like 6 months from now. People who are here right now. Okay. Let me see. Let me tune in. I knew it. There's my 555. Okay. You always, from PayPal, you always get a code in order to log in. And I just got my 555. And now I have my 222. Mm-hmm. I see you, universe. We see you. Alright, now I'm locked in. Okay. Alright, Kendra, I see I'm putting your name on the list. And Leslie as well. Thank you so much, Leslie. Alright. Let's begin. What is your question, Kendra? If you could send me your question. That's so beautiful. Thank you, Leslie. I don't know what this is, but I keep getting like certain interesting people in the chat every single live. I don't know how to block that like permanently, but I just keep on blocking and blocking and blocking. Delete. Delete. Let me see. What is Kendra? Are you in the chat right now? Because you could send me your question and I can start with your reading. Yeah. Remember, the cards are already talking. Yeah, you do see it too, huh? It's just so weird. It's like they're not even, saying anything. Yeah. It's crazy. Well, there's one again. Sisters 19. Girl, bye. Thank you, Kendra. I just came in a little bit later, but I did get your question now. Let's tune in for you. Okay. So what I am sensing, and the cards are very restless. I feel like you might actually be a little restless at this time. I feel like an ending came in that was decided by another party or someone else, and it might actually have put you in a place of disappointment. I don't know, like there was a decision made that wasn't your decision, but it was made regardless. That might have been in a recent past or something like that, but I feel like this new energy and these next steps that you're taking coming from that space, but it was like meant to be, because I feel that setting up, it's like it's not easy, and especially with your business as well, it's not easy, but you are definitely learning a lot more, actually more and more, and pretty quickly, like a rapid pace. And you're eager to learn, you're eager to look at different angles and ways to make things work, and you will see some rewards, you will see the signs. And it's just about the King of Swords. It just keeps on showing up. So it's like knowing, I feel like I'm hearing like time management, like knowing exactly where to put your time, and also divide the two, A lot of times it's really easy to mix up work time into every time, like private time, fun time, sister time, family time. Kind of what, I'm just gonna get this email done, or I'm just going to edit this picture, or I'm just gonna post this, or I'm just gonna, and it's really hard to keep it separate, but it's important, like time management, like something like that's what I'm feeling. All right, let's see, because your comments come in a little bit delayed, but that's okay. I haven't really officially begun, but I just feel what I'm channeling right now. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah. Yeah, I am good at what I do. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. Um, let me see. We have the Four of Pentacles, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles, and then you have the Seven of Swords. So, yes, time management. I do really feel that when you have a vision and you have your energy set on something and you just want to get it in a certain way, you lose track of time. And you really hold on to the vision so much is that you just, right before you have to go somewhere, let me just get in 1 hour. Let me just do this quickly. And with the Seven of Swords, I do feel that there's so much work going on behind the scenes that people just don't have an idea of. It's like you show two swords, but it's like five swords behind the scenes where you've been working on and the things you've been dealing with. So I feel sometimes you might have a bit of a hard time with how much work there is involved behind the scenes and how much actually you get to show to the outside world. So I do feel that there is, like I said, you're very eager to learn. So you're eager to learn to do it a little bit in a more like Saturn way. I don't know why I keep saying Saturn tonight. Like, I don't know. It's just here, okay? It's a very Saturn new moon as well that's coming up with Aquarius. But you will get that done. It's going to take a little bit of adjustments here and there, but you are very, once again, eager to learn is what I'm hearing. And so you will get those ways and you will get it done. And then you will slowly but surely definitely see the results coming from those little changes left and right. Just different. Doing it different. And it's going to, look at that, I told you. Now I told you. Now people even see things that you're not even conscious of. It's like first it was like people don't see what I do, all of the things that I do like behind the scenes, and now they like see things in you that you don't even see. So there's a big shift. There's a big shift and change when it comes to that. So there is a lot to gain when it comes to what's going on behind the scenes, and you can gain a lot from yourself in that aspect. Let me see if we can get anything on your relationship. Hi, Kylie. Thank you for tuning in. I love that sunset energy. Here we go. I told you that King of Swords won't leave you alone. King of Swords, Two of Cups, Four of Cups. Yes. Okay. So I'm putting on one more card because this is already what came through. Yeah, the Sun, and then we have the Emperor. Like the more and more you work through certain frustrations or disappointment you might feel, and the better, like I said, you get a time management and just really creating space for yourself. And not only just you and the person that you connected to on a romantic level, but also just, friendships and stuff like that. Bringing in a healthy balance because you're doing certain things different. And it's not even that big of a difference, but it makes the biggest difference. And I do feel that through that angle, you're starting to see the results. And you go from the King of Swords doing it like the Emperor. And the Emperor knows exactly what everyone involved needs and can get the job done instead of feeling that you kind of have to be very harsh on yourself. So I feel that as well with your business, you it's sort of an energy you take on in order to get things done and stuff. And then this is just what you're embodying. That's just what you are. That's just, the energy that you sit in. So I feel that I'm like, is that person you're dealing with like an air sign or you have a lot of air in their chart? Or, I'm sorry that it wasn't very loud. I'm sorry about that. The Magician, yeah. You have the tools. You hold all the tools. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's also really like a mindset that you're holding into because I'm getting a little bit of like there is support coming towards you from people around you, but then there's also this a little bit of a manipulative twist. Yeah. Yeah, you are. I can sense that, and that's an energy I'm feeling. But going towards the Emperor energy it's way better because otherwise you're focusing in on perfection it has to be perfect. It has to be like the vision that you're holding, right? Scorpio. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Um, so I do feel a little bit of like I feel that support coming from the Scorpio, but I also feel a little bit of a manipulative twist. That's because when the Scorpio doesn't feel seen, or it just feel it's focused on how it makes the Scorpio feels, instead of looking at all the things you're juggling, basically. So it's like it's not for long is what I'm feeling, but there is a little bit of that energy in it, basically. But I do feel that will grow and that will change, because you change, like I said, you're taking on a different energy and a different approach. And so yes, that does have effect on it, but it's also like you have different level of boundaries, like energetic boundaries with the Scorpio this year. That's growing differently, because look, like you have the Two of Cups, and then you have like, I'm over it. Like I'm over it. Like I don't constantly want to overgive or overextend my energy in order to have that person happy or see me in that way. It's like you just want to be free to be both. And like I said, once again, you will get there. You will get there. It's a lot of work. It's a year full of work, but like good work, because it has results. You have the Eight of Swords. Yes, that's definitely that being hard on yourself, but that's something you've already done since childhood. Like, grow up very young, quickly, with the Three of Wands. So I do see that something you might feel like restricted in. You're going to get like a cup of advice, like, advice gonna come to you, or just like I said, because you're so eager to learn things, you're going to pick up on different ways and things to do it, and then you start to see the ships coming in. It's not that you're not, capable or whatever. It's just a couple things need to change in order to integrate a little bit more of like that self-love and that self-awareness, most, because you need to be aware of what your needs are, aside from the business, aside from family, aside from relationships and things like that. Like your needs cannot be sacrificed in order to keep all the balls up high. Okay, just saying, because then you won't feel like you're succeeding, and you won't feel like you're being loved. You won't feel like you're being appreciated for what you're doing, and your work is being appreciated. So it's an important part, an important factor of it all. And like I said, like your boundaries as well with people, because sometimes you act a little bit out of guilt, So yeah, let me get a goddess guidance card. Here we go. Prosperity. I love this card. Prosperity. Look at that. What is he doing? What's coming to you from above? Money. Pentacles. Let me see. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. And then they're asking you, be open to receive. Be open to receive. Be open to receive. You see, it's coming in. Trying to pour it in your cup. Be open to receive. And your hand is too tight, because I got like a cramp in my hand. It's like you want to grasp it. Just allow it to come in. Your hand will feel heavy. So much you must have to carry in the right hand. Ooh, that's tight. All right. Don't hold on to money too tightly either. Let it come in and go out, and just be creative when it comes to manifestation of your money and the spending of your money. Be creative with it. Don't go too Southern on that. Okay, once again. All right, that was your reading, Kendra. I hope it brought you some clarity and some insight. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. Your energy was like really open for me to tune in, so I appreciate that a lot. And it's looking really good. You know, overall, like I said, you're moving here. Being seen. Feeling unseen to being celebrated. Now that's a level up. And don't focus so much on, oh, it has to happen 2022. Just keep on continue building in the way that feels good to you. Because the Ten of Pentacles, you know, you want to keep that one around for a long time. Not just only this year. All right. Thank you so much once again for letting me read for you. Up next on my list is Leslie. Leslie, I don't know if you already have sent me your question. You might have sent it to me on... no. All right. Oh, yes. All right. Oh, yes, you did send me a question. You asked if you will be moving together with your mom into a certain apartment. All right, let's see. The first question that popped up in my head was this all talked about during Mercury and Venus retrograde? Or was it something before that? I'm just waiting for Leslie to come in. Leslie, are you in the chat right now? Yes. All right. Yeah. That's just something so, but it's so good, Kenra. Just quickly, Kenra, because your message came in late. It's so good that you're conscious of it. Like that's thing number one. That's the first step. It's like, okay, I do that sometimes. So how to... And then again, if you come from a place of understanding your own needs and serving them, you understand that those come with boundaries as well. And guilt won't really be a conscious energy when it comes to that. You know, it's like it's a different frequency where you're on then. Because when you're acting from guilt, it's a very low frequency, and you're also very sensitive to people who will take advantage of that position that you know, energetically put yourself in. So it's good that you're conscious about it. I mean, honestly, that's the first step. Maybe it's even the fifth step already. So to become conscious, like, how can I work through that? All right. So that's good. That's good, Leslie. Like it came back now. Like I found it very fascinating as well what you said to me. You said, because I was scrolling back up, you said they're speaking in code. I don't understand why though. Like they're saying, you know, it's something new. It's fascinating at the same time. You're so welcome. Very welcome. All right. Let's see. Yeah, once again, Leslie, let's turn into your question. What's up with the neck? I don't know, is it something your mom does? Like something with the shoulders, with the neck? I don't know, maybe like it's just some energy that I'm feeling right now. The weight, it might be. Four of Pentacles, yeah, okay. So I just feel like there's this situation of like holding on when it comes to like the Four of Pentacles. You know, it's like we're just sitting here waiting, and kind of putting all your eggs into one basket, maybe a little bit. But it's good. The fact that it came back in during this Mercury retrograde is to get some clarification on it. Like if it's really in alignment with you guys, you know, and if it's really the logical next step. Let me see what's coming in. I have some flip overs, yeah. All right. So with the Chariot here, definitely indicates a move. Okay, it's moving from one place into the next. And I also feel with the Knight of Wands, it's like it's a passionate move. It's like a one that you're ready to get into. So that is what I do see. Working through this energy, it's not easy to get into it. I feel like, you know, there's this King of Swords and the Seven of Swords. There are a lot of things behind the scenes and like between the lines, and it's just a lot, and it's like a waiting list, and like, you know, it's just a lot. Okay, so I do feel that there is a lot of clarity to gain, and it's more, I do feel like if it comes down to it, like to the actual move, it's about where sorry, one sec. Mercury is getting to me, okay, one sec. Whether you are ready to make the move or not, whether you feel comfortable with after knowing all the information, which is very important part of this, okay? Taking in all the information, reading between the lines, getting someone to look at it as well, and then see, hey, we are both comfortable with all these, you know, extra additional information that we did not know. Okay, so that's an energy that I do feel, but I do see a move, and definitely a passionate one. It's like I cannot I cannot wait to move. I cannot wait to get into that. Like that's what I'm seeing. So once again, you know, it's free will, of course, but I feel like the decision will be onto you guys in a way, you know. So I'm feeling like the High Priestess, yeah. It's very important to make the decision when intuitively whether you feel comfortable in that position or not. Because moving house, it's like especially for you, you are energetically very sensitive towards the energies, you know, in apartments and buildings in general, at home, and all of that. And there's not a one space in this entire world that you cannot make a home out of, because you're very good at that. But its energetic has to be in alignment with you. So that's definitely what they're saying. Don't feel like you have to hold on to an idea because financially it's like the best decision to make if your intuition is definitely not on board, you know. So you have to make, they want you to Knight of Wands it, you know, Knight of Wands it. And I feel like the next coming weeks you definitely will have more and more answers and kind of have all the information, and you will make your decision. But I do see a move. Like that's something that I'm feeling. It will be a couple weeks. Like it's delayed, definitely. You might think like, okay, in a couple days, but then it's like a couple weeks. That's, you know, the Wands is like putting that on there. So that's what I'm channeling when it comes to that. I'm gonna give you one more advice card. Oh, that was quick. You have increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Definitely. With the High Priestess coming up like this, but then coming up right with the Chariot card, deep connection, trust your inner voice when it comes to making these decisions. You also have connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive, and do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So there's a lot of energetic, like spiritual connection to these decisions. Even though it's like, you know, it's just about a move, but it's not. It's something deeper than that. And I think it's beautiful, you know, in the way you vision to do it. I think it's beautiful. Here we go. Six of Swords. Yep. So with all the information, it's like two sides you can follow on to, Leslie. It's like either you guys are like, you know what, this is a little bit too much, and we're just gonna move into calmer waters and allow new opportunity to come to us, or you are actually just taking a little bit more space, the time to think, to make a right decision. But the decision you will make, you guys will be very excited to make it and do it and go for, and that's what you should go for. But you have to tune in when it comes to that, and don't feel like, and I know the housing market, like it's insane, but still, when it comes to people like us, you know, we cannot live in every house. It's just no, it's not possible. It's just not. Okay. So energetically, it just has to feel right, and that's worth everything, because your whole personality can change if you're in the wrong house. You know, if there's, it's just true. And it's not like I want to scare you or whatever. It's just like, you know, it has to flow. And of course, you bringing in the energy, cleansing out the energy, but there's only so much that you can do. If it's not in alignment with you, for example, some people are really meant to live down, you know, on the ground. You know, they walk out, they have like a little garden or whatever thing going on. They are on the ground, grounded. They might not even have like an upstairs. They just have this straight, you know, apartment downstairs. And that's where they ground the best. Some people, it's all the way up high. Need to be very close to those clouds as possible, because that's where their energy alignment lays. And it's good to go back, you know, like what type of house did you feel very good in, what type of energy came in that house. And it also has to do with the number that you're living on, but I'm not going to integrate that right now because it's already a lot. But it's good to sometimes analyze yourself, because not everybody, but a lot of people moved a lot. Like I've moved, I think 19 times in my life. That's a lot. So yeah, but not everybody has done that, obviously. But we all maybe have different experiences, you know, in certain houses. Like maybe you stayed at an apartment for like 3 weeks, and you're like, whoa. Normally I have like a lot of headaches, and now I'm up all the way in the sky, and I don't have that anymore. Consciousness, getting to know your needs through experiencing it, you know? Yeah, exactly. It's like getting to know yourself. And of course, once again, I'm not saying like, oh, that's just so very easy. You can just move in anywhere. And of course, sometimes we do get a house on our pathway, which maybe not be in the best alignment, but that's just the thing that we can get. But it doesn't mean that you cannot have important lessons to learn there as well, but you probably won't stay there for a very long time. If you're not meant to move into a house, it will just magically disappear from your website. I'm just saying. Anyways, that's what I got for you, Leslie, and a little bit for everybody. I was just, you know, going on and on a little bit with this channel. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I really appreciate that. As always, I appreciate your presence here. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna keep this one a little bit shorter. Like I'm already here for almost an hour now. And I'm gonna upload this. I will be live soon again this week. And then I will do a couple more readings. I just wanted to come on and tune in with you guys. And I will be back soon. Alright? Maybe tomorrow, maybe on Friday. I will see how the energy feels. But I really felt good. Like this life really gave me some life source energy back. So thank you guys for that, for your presence and just your open energy basically. So thank you so much. Be kind towards yourself. Give yourself some space to get used to all these energy shifts that we're going through this month, and continue a little bit, definitely moving into February as well. So Just take it easy, all right? Love yourself, and I will be back soon, okay? Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Mwah. Bye.